All right, I'm going to show you guys today how to clean and doll up, is what I call it, chrome wheel, kind of dial it in and make it a little shinier. And the product today I'm going to be using is quadruple aught steel wool. So basically it has 4 zeros. There's just regular aught, steel wool, double aught, triple aught, quadruple aught. This is the finest steel wool out of all of them. There's a couple techniques that I use, and basically one of them I'll be using a product called Spray Away Glass Cleaner. I'm sure you guys have seen it. You can buy this practically anywhere: Target, Costco, Walmart, that kind of thing. I really am a huge fan of glass cleaners. This thing's a foaming glass cleaner, so the reason I like foam and detailing is it'll have some clean time. So this is one way of doing it, and then I'll show you a second way of doing it, which is pretty awesome. So basically I took this wheel and I put it on a stand, and I have, if you look here, I have some rubber wheel chocks that I bought from Harbor Freight, and then I took some motorcycle tie-down straps. I'll kind of show you what I used to prop the wheel up. I mean, obviously you're going to most of the time be using this on the car, but if you take it off, this is good knowledge to have. This is a wheel chock, so essentially these are just rubber ones from Harbor Freight, basically the same thing as these plastic ones. And then you can use a motorcycle strap for motorcycles. These are pretty neat. And this is probably one of my favorite tools. I love these things. They're XRT straps. They're from Home Depot. These are the small ones, but they're a ratcheting strap. So I use these sometimes to wrap over the wheel and hold them. So pretty cool. At any rate, first thing I'm going to do is I clean the wheel already, and I'll make another video on that. But here's one thing I do. I give the glass cleaner a good shake. Go ahead and spray it a little bit, and then you can kind of spray it and soak the wheel, let it kind of cling for a second. And then I'll spray a little bit of glass cleaner on my steel wool. And then this is all chrome, but this is kind of a plastic chrome, so I won't want to do too much here. I don't want to scratch it. But if you just use light pressure, this is great for kind of cleaning up wheels. So I'll show you real quick. It's just going to knock some of the haze off it, and that's pretty much all there is to it. It's a real fast way to kind of clean up chrome. You can use it on exhausts and so on and so forth. So that's pretty much how I do it. Like I said, I'd already cleaned this wheel with degreasers and whatnot, so a little bit of wheel acid, so like a non-acidic wheel acid. So yeah, pretty much this is how you do it. Just kind of basically the glass cleaner uses it as a I use the glass cleaner as like a lubricant, so just lets the steel wool kind of slide on the finish, and it won't really damage it at all. So like I said, just kind of go over it with a little bit of light pressure. You're not wanting to get crazy with it, but it'll literally knock off just a little bit of haze or any sort of imperfections on there. So that's one way of doing it. I'll grab my microfiber towel. These are Costco microfibers, my favorite all-purpose towel. Fold it in 4, and then you want to just kind of polish off the residue here. I use one side generally to get the bulk of it off, and then I'll flip it to the other side to kind of polish it up a little bit. So that'll be my wet side. Flip it over. That's your dry side. That's really why you fold your microfibers in 4s, is to have multiple sides. So yeah, like I said, this is kind of a nice way to just kind of knock the haze off it and any sort of little light contaminant that might be left. So give it a real nice finish. So that's one way I do it, and I'll show you another way I do it. So I'll just take, now see, like I was saying, you fold it in 4. I'm going to fold it in half the other way. So now I have 2 fresh sides. So, and it looks professional. So here's another product I'm going to use. This is really neat product. I'm a huge fan of Technician's Choice. This is Tech 582 ceramic detail spray, and have that in a squirt bottle. I sometimes run this stuff straight, just straight product, or I mix it 50-50. This is 50-50. just looking to kind of use it as somewhat of a lubrication, but as well, I also want to use it as something to kind of top it off and give it a little bit of protection. So it works as like a 2-in-1. So instead of using the glass cleaner, you could also use this. I figure I'd show you guys the glass cleaner because that's, you know, pretty accessible anywhere. You probably have to order this online. I get it through a supplier, a local supplier. And so here you go. I'll give it a good shake. And then one thing I want to say when you're using a spray bottle, I know this sounds funny, this is going to get pretty in depth, but you don't necessarily want to, if you spray closer, it'll get wet and heavier, but if you kind of come back from further away, you can mist it on. So it's a little technique that I use from time to time, well, mainly throughout my details. So if you want to put a bunch of material on, you get the spray bottle closer. If you actually want to just mist it, you just pull back and then you kind of dust it on. So at any rate, I'll spray a little bit of this on my steel wool, and I'll kind of let that soak for a second, but then same thing, just kind of come in here and do the exact same thing I did with the glass cleaner. I'm going to go a little faster this time because I already kind of knocked the haze off with the glass cleaner, so I'm not going to be quite as thorough, but I'll still kind of work the product in. So this is kind of a neat little way to just kind of shine up your chrome real fast. So you could use it on, you know, exhaust tips or you know, chrome bumpers, wheels, anything obviously with chrome. So I'll go over that just lightly, very lightly. So once again, use a wet side, dry side. So I'll use it wet here like this. I'll come in and hit all these pockets. I try to work thoroughly and, you know, work in some sort of a pattern. So that way you make sure in detail you do that, you get everything. So flip it over and just basically polish it off, and then it'll give it a nice little shine and kind of protect it all in one. Give it a little bit of a light ceramic film on it. So I love this product. It's good for a lot of different things. You know, main thing I really like about this product is when you wash your car, and if you just want to kind of give it a quick spray wax or, you know, ceramic detail spray it and kind of fine tune your car. So that's how you do it. I'll kind of zoom in so you guys can see it. It's pretty neat. Gives it a nice finish. So any rate, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.